Memory Bound Paper Craft Store with Sarah and Kelly and Janet. We're all three here this morning. It is snowing here in Iowa. Is that crazy, Sarah?
It is. It was like 62 and mostly sunny yesterday. And then this morning, I'm like, is that snow? And oh, it's accumulating. I mean, it's not bad. There's a little dusting, but still,
It's
like
big flakes. I took a picture this morning because of it. Doug and I had a car picnic yesterday, which is always fun. It was so nice out, and now this morning we've got snow on the ground.
Yeah. And hopefully all of our friends and viewers in Illinois and Indiana are safe. There were some big tornadoes over that way last night, so I hope everyone is safe.
Yeah, I bet. Well, we hope so too. There's always crazy weather going on, it seems like.
It is that time of year.
And sometimes it's a little crazy here at Memory Bound today, but we've got, well, Sarah, tell us what you're going to do for us today.
I am going to share with everyone the Simple Stories Rustic Legend card kit. And I have done 4 cards, and then we will do 4 of them together today. And we're gonna dress them up a little bit. So we'll dive into this kit in just a little bit here, but that's what we will be focusing on today after we go through some new stuff.
So we're going to show you some new things, and
just drop that.
That's all right. We got her right here. So good morning, everyone. We're glad you're here. It looks like Steve and Barbara and Kay are all joining us on our snowy morning. And good morning. Oh, Jean says she's not sure who invited Winter back, but
it was not me.
Winter is back. All right. So, should we switch the camera, Sarah?
Yeah.
Let's switch the camera over so we can show
Okay. All right, so back in stock are these fun little 6x6 rainbow pads from Doodlebug. This one is the candy stripe and sprinkles, so it's the little mini dots and the stripes. And these are $7.99. This one is the floral graph rainbow petite prints, so you get the flower patterns and then the graph patterns of the same color. This one is the buffalo check and wood grain. So there's a wood grain pattern and a buffalo check pattern for each color. We've got the Swiss dot. One side is a solid with that color, and the back side is the reverse with the dot in that color.
You know, with Doodlebug, I think the word happy always comes to mind with
They're
Doodlebug.
So cheerful. And then this one is the dot and stripe. So you get a solid dot and a solid stripe. And these are great for the fun project Katie showed us a couple weeks ago with the flowers. Great pattern paper, just those nice, bright, happy, cheerful colors that make great flowers.
They make a lot of great projects. And Sarah, I didn't tell Sarah this was on the docket for this morning, but speaking of Doodlebug, and before I say it, Steve said they have got hail last night.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's not that far from Memory Bound.
No,
so
isn't he like in the Iowa City area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're talking
about they had severe weather.
I wanted to mention that back in stock is the blind date with the Easter Bunny project kit. And we are kicking that off on Friday with Sarah. She's going to be here.
You had a double dose of me this week.
There are 5 of us that have done projects for a total of 13 projects. And I thought we could give you maybe a little sneak peek of a couple of them.
Do I get to sneak them through?
So Sarah's going to give us a sneak through. There's 13 projects. And we were able to make more kits. So if you didn't get your bundle, your bundle, it's $49.99. It's got about $60 worth of product in it, not including your classes and making projects and all that. So there's cards, there's a banner, there's a very unique project from Chris that I think you're going to love, a dimensional project. So be sure to check out the blind date. It's our second blind date for this year.
And you get a lot of items in that kit. You get the whole collection pack, the ephemera pack, the pieces that you'll need for doing the coasters and such. So it is a really good value for you. Also back in stock are some eagerly awaited Simple Stories zip bags. So we have this small one, and this is $4.49. We have a medium-sized one, and it is $6.49. We have a large one. This would easily fit your 12 by 12 sheets. It is $7.49.
Yeah,
And then we have the big one of them all. This one can easily like fit your albums. It has this nice pouch on the front here, but it also zips at the top too. So it'll hold lots of things, and it is
these are
$12.99.
really nice. They sold out super fast. It's something new that Simple Stories started doing, and I think they were very pleased with the response.
Yeah, I know our customers really loved them. This one is 16 by 16, and then I didn't realize that these all had the dimensions. The small one is 10 by 6. The medium sized one is 13 by 10. And then the larger one is 14 by 14. So again, you're able to easily put those 12 by 12 sheets of paper, and there's your cropping.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
Well, also from Simple Stories, Sarah, we're going to show
Yes.
everybody the new Snap albums, which I'm excited.
Yeah.
Snap got an update?
A glow up, I think, is the
glow
phrase
up?
these days.
It got a glow up.
Yes. These are just the cutest little albums. They're snap binders. They're 4 by 6, and they have a double ring inside. So you can see that there's just 2 in there instead of 3.
And it's nice because it's a D ring.
Yes.
And
so,
I don't know if we have prices on things or not.
Yes, they are both $17.99.
$17.99. Okay.
So this one's kind of got like a grid pattern on it, and this one is just your chipboard that you can decorate.
And Sarah, it's kind of new for us. It does come with some pages.
It does. It comes with 10 4 by 6 vertical pocket pages. So it looks like they are just the single, like, so you can just put a single photo in there. So great if you just want like a cute little photo album or like a travel album.
So there's 2 sizes of new Snap products, and this is the smaller one that's 4 by 6, and we've got them all organized, and then we have the larger size.
Okay, so then these are the Snap 4 by 6 mini chipboard album. And you get the 2 covers and 10 pages in this package for $10.99. You can kind of see what all comes in there. And again, this is for that double ring binder that we just showed you. Or actually, no, this is the double ring binder, sorry, because you have the chipboard cover with this one.
But the pages, the next pages fit in all 3 things we just showed you.
Yes, so the little binder plus then the Snap chipboard album. So this is the pocket inserts. And if you can see, they're lined, and then there's like a little pocket here that you can tuck things into. And again, they have that double hole punch. And this is $8.49. And you can see the different patterns that you get. You get like a lined, a grid, and a dot pattern. And there are 3 of these. So there's 3 pockets in this package for $8.49. And then these are some divider inserts that you can use in either the chipboard album or the binders. There are 3 tabbed dividers. This one doesn't have a price on it, but you can kind of see the different tabs there. I can have Kelly check out the price on that.
So this is all, I mean, I think this is pretty exciting to have some new product like this. It's from Snap. The flip books and the Snap binders are very popular items here at Memory Bound. And now we've got another size and another style. So way to go, Simple Stories.
Yeah.
And that's $6.49.
Okay, so that one's this one is $6.49. This one is $8.49. And this is $10.99.
And Janet's linking all of them, so you'll be able to check it out.
All right, and then we have some larger size chipboard albums and inserts. First up for our Disney fans, we've got the Mouse Ear 6x9 album. This is 2 covers and 10 pages. You can kind of see what those look like. And it's $10.99.
And Sarah, we sold out of that one. And
I thought we'd had that one originally. I was like, but I don't think it was here very long. It was that popular. Good morning, Diane. All right, so then this is a 6x8 Snap mini chipboard album. And I like that they're including the rings too. So you don't have to come up with your own rings. So that's really nice. So this one you get the 2 chipboard covers, the rings, and then 10 cardstock pages. You get 2 each of a blank, a grid, notebook, ledger, and a dot grid. And that's $11.99. This would be a fun junk journal starting
It would.
foundation.
I agree. A lot of these would be because it's easy to add pages to
Yeah,
them.
and you know, just the cover lends itself for a lot of creativity as well. And then for the 6x8 binders, we also have some inserts. This is the divider inserts. You get 4 tabbed dividers in this. And I'm not sure what the cost is on that one. And then there are flip pages. And you get 4 flip page inserts for $4.49. And you can kind of see how they're interactive flip pages. So I'm just really curious. So let's take a look. It is Wednesday, so it's kind of a dump.
It is kind of a dump. I agree.
So you can see, you can, you know, do something interactive with that page flap. So you get 2 of that size, and then you get 2 of the large
I like
ones.
that. It kind of reminds me of the foundation albums from For You
Yeah,
Made a Market.
Yeah. So that's just kind of a fun way to make your album interactive. And what were these then, Kelly?
What were those?
Price-wise.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
I don't know.
So then we also have the 3 pocket inserts, kind of like the ones we showed you in the smaller size. They are $8.99, and you get 1 of each of the designs. So you get the notebook, the dots, and then the grid. And we have new chipboard binders. And these are, again, just 2 ring binders. You can kind of see.
And Sarah,
there.
those are 6x8, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So let's show these just as a comparison.
Sure.
That there's basically pretty much everything in 2 different sizes.
Yep. So you get the binder, and then you get the 10 pocket pages. With the larger one, there are 3 6x8, 3 4x6, 2 3x4, and 2 3x4 by 4x6s. So you get a lot of options for your pages on that one. This one, they're just the 4x6 verticals. But you can kind of see the difference there in the 2 sizes. One's a little teeny tiny and cute, and this one's kind of
cute.
A nice, good size for putting a lot of pages in. And then again, we have them in the...
Janet's linking like crazy. Well, and the covers are easy to decorate.
Yeah.
So they're fun to add some decorations
Yes.
to. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of different things that people do with them.
All right.
And Sarah, the other thing I just want to mention is all of the holes on all of these line up. So you could take that Mickey Mouse and you could put it in your binder.
Yeah.
If you want to take that Mickey Mouse chipboard book, you could put it inside a binder and make a real dimensional Disney album with that. I think that was pretty clever on Simple Stories' part.
So lots of fun options.
Lots of options. I'm just trying to link them all together, and it's like, whoa, everything goes with everything.
All right. And we have some new Sizzix and 49 and Market products to share with you guys today. This one is a set called Creative Combos, and it is stamps and framelits. And we have a couple of these already open, so we'll show you what they look like. And then the rest of them, you'll have to go out to Sizzix and take a look if you want to see up close what all comes with it.
It might be on our website, too.
Okay.
I'm going to
I'll check and
see.
that.
We should, Janet's linking everything, but I'll look and see what it shows.
So this one comes with 10 dies. And one of them is this cute little notebook edged paper die. And then there's one that's like a torn edge. And then there's a mini version of that notebook as well. And some other little tabs and this little binder clip die. And then you also get 10 stamps. So you got one that says special delivery, like a little library tag, some fun background pieces there. And just some random little images that you can use in your backgrounds. Even like a little stitching stamp there. So this one is called Creative Combos. And I don't have a price on this one.
I can look up the prices. I'll look up the prices. You guys, those are the ones that Diane got. So if you're a Diane fan,
Yeah.
these first two she picked up before they were even priced.
So this one is 15 stamps and 14 dies, and it is called Build a Frame.
Sarah, that one's $39.99 for
Okay.
Build a Frame, and it's very interesting. Wait till you see it. And the other one that was called Creative Combos is $29.99. And they've been showing these a lot on Facebook on the 49 and Market Facebook page.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's now I'm going to tell you. Well, you'll see the dies and how it makes the frames. So the dies have like where they're mitered, so you can stamp and die cut those images.
You can kind of see them.
You
in the
can
packaging.
also, what Diane is going to, she wants to use the stamps like washi tape looking stamp.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's what she's doing with it.
But it's great. So you get the different options for decorating your frame die cuts, but you also get the stitching, and there's a couple of like little tabs as well. I just love all the different little stitching stamps they did.
They're very, very cool.
But yeah, that's a really fun set. Very unique. So basically you take the pieces and then you form projects that look like these or similar to these. And again, that one is called Build a Frame. All right, then we have a cute little set. This is just 4 dies, and it is called Doily Duo, and it is $24.99.
I think that's special. That's special,
It's
Sarah.
cute. It's special. And then we have an alphanumeric sets here. This is this or that numbers and this or that alphabet. I have a feeling it's one that you have multiple dies. So this one you get 20 dies for the numbers, and the letters you get 52 dies. So I have a feeling it's you get the outline and then the inside piece. And this says it is shown actual size here. So it's probably about 2 inches roughly. Large alphabet set. The alpha is $29.99 and the numbers are $24.99. This or that alphabet and this or that numbers.
You always need an alphabet, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And so it's got 52 dies. It must cut the
I think it cuts the outline and then the
outline
inside.
and the letter at the same time, which I kind of like that actually.
So you can use one, you can mix and match, you can
Yeah.
outline in a different color.
Or have a collection.
Yeah. All right, this one is 62 stamps and 4 dies. It is called Globetrotter's Mark, and it is $29.99. Looks like you'll get some like postage marks, some little date stamps, a tag. You can use one that says passport card, so you can probably customize a lot of things with 62 stamps. And then the 4 dies it shows here are these shapes basically. And again, that's $29.99.
Isn't it great that 49 and Market has a collaboration with Sizzix, so
Yeah.
we can get great 49 and dies and stamps, 49 and Market dies
Yeah.
and stamps.
All right, this one is 16 snap and swap dies. So this is called the Snap and Swap Journal. So it looks like it makes these fun edged journal pages, and you can kind of see in the picture here how they like line them up to get either the torn edge or the lacy edge or the notebook edge, and you can kind of see what the dies look like up in that picture. The packaging isn't super helpful, but it kind of gives you an idea.
The packaging, Sarah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say this, but the packaging is awful. It's really hard to see it.
And the price on this set is $39.99. I was trying to see if it says like what size they are, but it does not say what size they are. I have a feeling this is kind of like the tag set that they released last year.
They had some other edgers that were really awesome, and I love these designs. I think they're going to sell out really quickly. A lot of people are loving them, so thank you. Cheryl loves them. Donna says it's a great collection. And look at that flower.
I know. 19 stamps and 9 dies. So you get 9 dies, and you can kind of see,
Oh, that's a good way to show it.
the different ones are in there. This is called Sweet Sprigs. So it looks like you get a couple of different, you get the solid background of the butterfly, the overlay with the details there. Same with the flowers. You get some of the larger shapes to put in, and then the leaves. And then I would say you use the stamps to add the different details on the flowers and the leaves.
And you can layer those flowers. I think they would be really nice if you
Oh,
cut
yeah.
out 2 or cut out the larger and the smaller one and place them on top of each other. I think you'd have a really nice dimensional flower.
I was trying to see if they'd say what the sizes are here. Their packaging is kind of hard to spell out. But either way, that one is $29.99, and that is Sweet Sprigs. And it's a stamp and die set. And then we have a couple of stencil sets from 49 and Market and Sizzix. This one is called Artful Layers. You can kind of get, that coffee ring stain, just kind of some of these nice backgrounds that you can use in your tags or your journals, the splotches. So this is kind of a good stencil with all your basic backgrounds. And then we have I should say what the price was on that. So this one was $9.99 for this stencil set. It's just one big stencil, it looks like.
Yeah, it's one big stencil, and I love the design of it.
And this one is a second large format stencil. This one's, got some of the writing, the flowers, the butterflies, some kind of nice deco graphics there. This one is $9.99.
I like that deco graphics. That's a good one. Nice corner. I like the corner pattern.
And this one is called Petal Play. Kind of reminds me of like old-timey like wallpaper or like the tin type feelings.
It does.
You'd see. So that's our collection from 49 and Market and Sizzix.
So, Sarah, before we move on, we had 2 questions.
Oh, sure.
We had a question about the, whoops, let me grab them, everybody, sorry. They wanted to see these pouches one more time.
Oh, sure.
And I'm assuming it's these 3 from Simple Stories.
Okay, so this is the small size. It is 10 by 6, and it is $4.49. And then we have the medium size one. It is 13 by 10, and it is $6.49. And then this one is 14 by 14, and it is $7.49.
Okay, and then one more thing before we go on to the main event today. I wanted to mention that these binders in this chipboard album, we showed you the extra pages, that pockets and flips, but the regular snap binder pages fit those. So you could use your regular snap binder pages, which we've carried for years, and they're the same ones that go in the regular binders that have the color spines. So there are clear page protectors for those.
And we have lots of options on those.
Kept thinking, Sarah, why don't they have some clear ones? And then it dawned on me that they don't, because they were smart. They made it all fit together.
Nope, they are smart. So you can use these if you already have these in your collection with the chipboard album and the new chipboard binders.
So good job, Simple Stories.
Yes. They always come up with fun
You guys,
things.
We do love our Simple Stories people.
We
They're
sure
really,
do.
really good to memory bound.
It's kind of a Simple Stories day because that
dovetails
right
what a good transition, Sarah. I love it.
Our card kit for today. I love Michelle's comment.
Michelle said someone sent snow to her house in Waterloo. If it's yours, come and get it. We've got our own Michelle, so sorry.
All right, so today we are going to be doing the Simple Cards Kit Rustic Legend. And this one is a much more masculine theme card kit, which is great because, we have a lot of flowers and other things. So this was a really great, really fun kind of retro feeling kit. And so I'm going to show you 4 cards that I have already created from the kit, and then we will do 4 together today. But before we start, let's take a look and see what all you get for $14.99.
Yeah, it's always nice to see what's inside of the kits.
And I'm a big fan of the Simple Stories card kits.
Oh my gosh. They're the best.
So this kind of gives you a good overlay of everything that the kit includes. So you get your card bases, you get 4 sheets of paper punch outs, and then a sheet of chipboards as well. And so I will just show you what all that looks like. And you get 8 cards out of this kit. There weren't a lot of extras this time. It was a lot of small pieces like little stars or things like that. So there wasn't enough to really make another
That's good
card
to
or
know.
anything.
Yeah, sometimes there is, sometimes there
Yeah,
isn't.
it all just depends on how they use the space when they're going to print. So you also get a great step-by-step guide for making the 8 cards as well. There's a double-sided sheet. I like to always keep this part as a nice reference because it's easier to see up close the details on the pictures there versus the pictures on the instruction sheet. So here's what you get. You get your 8 card bases, which is nice. You get your sheet of chipboard pieces that you'll punch out. And then you get the 4 sheets of elements. These are for your backgrounds on your cards and then additional pieces that get added to your card. So you get all of that in the kit for $14.99. And Janet has created a set of inserts for us for this particular kit. So you get fun ones, and then she makes sure that you know which card each one of them goes with.
Thank you, Janet. We love your card text sheets.
Barb says just yesterday she made cards with a Simple Stories junk drawer card kit.
Oh,
we had shared that one
I'll go grab that one so we can show it to everybody because it was really pretty too.
Yes, Val, please send us your sunshine from the UK. Okay, while Kelly is grabbing that, I'm going to show you guys some cards that I have already created. I might as well keep this to show you which ones I'm referencing here. Oh, here she comes. We'll just show that quick before we get started. So this is the Simple Vintage Junk Drawer Card Kit. And this one was one that I worked on to share with you guys probably a couple months ago now. And at first I was like, okay, it's going to be a lot of like, neutral tones. And then when I got working on it, I'm like, oh, wow, there's a lot of color to this card kit.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I would say this card and the green card are probably my favorite, but they are all just so bright and colorful. We're talking, the Doodlebugs, bright and colorful. This was a bright and colorful kit.
It's a different bright and colorful.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is. So, great for spring cards, I think, just with the tones and the messaging. And we do have inserts for that kit as well.
Thank you, Janet. We have thanks to Janet, we have inserts for everything.
All right, so let's start with some cards here that I have already created. I'll show you this one first. It's the one up in the upper left corner. It's called Rockin' Life Old School Style. And I know you all probably think I'm like super young, but I have lived through like vinyl records, cassette tapes, CDs, and now this whole streaming thing. So I am older than you might think. I've seen things and heard things in the music. So I do feel like Rockin' Life Old School
I love
Style.
That is hilarious.
Is kind of me sometimes. So this one was fun. I always loved having a boombox as a kid. So this one is Rockin' Life Old School Style. And the only thing I really did different on this one was just use some foam dots to pop up that boombox. I did take, I guess, too, a little bit of ground espresso on a sponge dauber and just kind of edged around that ticket a little bit more to kind of give it some age. And yes, I have kept all of my concert tickets from over the years. So I'm a big fan of keeping track of all that stuff. So that's Rockin' Life Old School Style. Oh, and the insert for that says, hope your day hits all the right notes. Happy birthday. That's a fun one. And then right next door to that is a classic never gets old. Happy birthday. So again, like as I mentioned, I have lived through the cassette tape era. I have lived through the heartbreak of your tape getting stuck in the machine.
Yep.
Getting the pencil out to fix it. I think my parents even had one of those little splicer gadgets at one point when I had to, a tape broke or whatever. So in honor of that, I grabbed some thin black ribbon.
I love that, Sarah. That is such a
and
good
have it
idea.
look like it's coming out of the tape. I did also take my Crocodile and punched out the inserts of the cassette tape there, so it looks like it's a legit cassette tape. And then on this one, they had us using just a regular paper punch out for the happy birthday, but I had this chipboard happy birthday left over, so I went ahead and used the chipboard piece instead. So that's a classic, never gets old, and the inside says, "Happy birthday to a guy who never misses a beat."
Janet, isn't that just clever? Thank you, Janet. She makes the insert text sheets fit the front of the cards
Yes.
very well.
Yes. So this one is great.
Sarah, you might have mentioned this, but it's hard to find masculine theme cards. And I loved it when this collection came in.
And
the card kit.
They might feel more masculine, but you can really adapt them for anybody. I mean, some of these, yes, might be a little bit more so, but I feel like they're just a really nice, simple kind of rustic card kit.
And they're loving your ribbon idea.
Well, thanks,
Sarah.
everybody.
That is really clever.
All right. Then across the top, we've also got You've Got Grit. Keep rolling. So this one, I took one of our key tags and I put a little score tape behind it, and I punched out the center of the key and then looped it through there. So then your key can move around.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got a little bit of interaction with it.
Makes it just look a little more, I don't know what my word is. Cool. Makes it cool. That's not really the right word, but that's all I can come up with.
So that's really all I did with this one. I contemplated doing like a splatter because we have the tire tracks there. So, I mean, you can obviously dress these up however.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
And then the inside on this one says, "Shift gears and keep moving forward. You've got this." I know, Karen, I was trying to figure out how I could put a pencil in there, but I didn't have any pencil images, but I thought about it. I'm like,
there's a lot of people, Sarah, that remember rewinding their cassettes with a pencil.
I'm sure. And the other thing I was going to point out too on this one, it's got this little cassette tape insert. If you remember when you got blank tapes, you could write on there what you had recorded or whatever. So you could easily customize this for your recipient too, and just move your cassette tape down so they can see it's your it's a birthday mix or your party mix or whatever.
You can even list your songs or something.
Yep. Or like if it's for somebody's birthday, because this is a birthday card, you could list songs that were popular the year they were born or whatever. But just something fun you could do if you wanted to on that card insert.
Janet said this last one with the keys that she thought that would be good for a serious illness.
Yeah.
When it says you've got this.
Yep. That kind of messaging. That's what I was thinking was, kind of a, motivation.
And Val said it could have add a car and it'd be good for passing a driving test.
Yep.
And Diane says any action on a card really zooms up the idea. Fantastic ideas, Sarah.
Thank you.
Good job, Sarah.
All right. And then the final one that I did is the one at the bottom here. "Hey there, plaid to know you. You're the best."
I like that, plaid to know you.
It is. It's cute. So with that one, I just did some pop dots underneath the shirt there so that it's got some dimension to it. And then I took that ground espresso again and just kind of did around the edges of that plaid to know you piece. And the insert on this one says, "Thanks for going the extra mile." So those are the 4 I have already created. So that leaves us these 4 to go through today. So I will start with the Legend status card. And I already did a little bit of homework, or Rachel Ray prep, I should say. I have all those cards already in each of their little card packs here. So I know all the pieces, the insert, and everything that goes with each card. All right, so there's that. And
Anna said she has a picture of her son taking apart a cassette. So, you know, this
That'll be
collection,
fun.
there is more than just the card kit. There's a
Yes.
whole collection that's got these images in it.
Okay, so this one is going to be a horizontal card. And I already, again, did some work at home and have my score tape ready for my background.
Sarah, we do have a question for you while
Oh,
you're
sure.
doing that. Diane's wanting to know, are the cards glossy? They're not really glossy,
No,
are they?
so this
Maybe they're
sheet,
coming across as being glossy.
this sheet is glossy because of the way it's printed, but these are all just an uncoated paper.
So they're
Like
your
the
normal
chipboard
paper.
pieces are
A little bit
shiny. And there's one that I did put some glossy accents on, but the only thing that's really shiny is the chipboard. I love it. Upper Michigan celebrates Platter Day.
Don't you love that?
I do. We love plaid around here. Okay, so we've got our ledger / plaid background that we're going to put down on the card.
And their card kits, the paper goes all the way to the edge of the card,
Yep.
which is kind of nice.
Yep. So then we're going to add the orange tag to the center of the card. And then with the hole on the left. And you'll see me using a combination of liquid adhesive and score tape today. And I think we're actually going to do some foam dots on this one here. So let's go ahead and build our tag. So we need to put the legend pennant on this.
Okay, Donna says that 12 by 12 is on an end cap near your register and so perfect with these.
She's talking about the Rustic Legend paper.
Okay, yes. Yeah, and Janet can link the whole collection so you guys can go out and look at it, because it is hard to find masculine collections.
It is.
I think that's why this one's such a hit. And Sarah, when we showed this one, I don't know if you were watching or I don't know if you were here or what, but I wasn't here the day it came in, and I was looking at the reports, and our staff bought a lot of it.
Me.
All right, guilty as charged.
I have 2 of these card kits.
So I did go out and I did order more before we had even sold out of it or anything, because it's like, oh, I think this is a staff loved collection.
Yes. I know I got 2 of the card kits. I got the collection pack. I got the 6x8 because the 6x8 has got some really fun, like little things that you can put like in a frame.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and build all the elements on this tag, and then we're going to pop up the tag before we put it on the card base. That is my plan here. So we've got the legend pennant, the status. Here is that 6x8 that I was mentioning.
I just love the colors. It's
I
a good color
do.
for a lot of things.
Like, I liked this. These are the good old days.
Oh my gosh.
So this would be great.
So
like,
true.
you know, put it in a scrapbook in your 6x8 section, or, you know, one of those new snap binders that we just showed you.
Could be on the cover if you get one of those little chipboard.
There's
one of
that
those
cassette
chipboard
tape
books.
schematic that they were just mentioning. This is the 6x8 size, but it also comes in the 12 by 12. You can just see like the fun patterns that are on the back sides as well.
Yeah, if you're not happy with one side, and you get 2 of every paper,
Yep.
You've always got the back.
I like the records too.
Mhm.
Records are
You
fun.
could punch those with a circle punch.
Got little mini tags. The denim background. I know we had a few people looking for denim paper a few weeks ago, so we pointed them in the direction of this collection. We got the deer, another plaid, some more journaling tags, the rulers. Makes me think of going to the state fair and everybody's handing out the yardsticks.
Oh yeah.
The I don't know what it is about this. This one's just fun. I haven't figured out what I would do with this yet, but it's just a fun
You
paper.
could fussy cut the numbers, I suppose. Look at that plaid shirt.
I love
my
these
gosh.
little.
Janet says that she's been scrapping her high school years, and this would be
Mm.
perfect for her high school years.
So there you go. It's the 6x8 pad for Rustic Legend.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah. All right. So we've got our legend and our status on our tag, and then we're going to get half of the jacket on there. And then there's a cute little saying for underneath of it. It says, "The man, the myth, the legend."
Yeah, that's fun.
We're just going to fit that more up on the tag since we're going to be popping up the whole tag. And then we have our foam finger. And a foam finger wouldn't be any fun if it didn't wave, right?
Oh, I think I know where Sarah's going with this.
Yeah. We're going with the mini wobble.
The wobbles, we do have some in inventory. They are back ordered from, we've got 2 suppliers that we're waiting for them to get them in stock.
Well, this one's being a little difficult today. There we go.
Sarah, I just bumped you a little closer.
Okay. So we're going to put that flat side on the back of the foam finger. And for this particular thing, we want to go with the smaller size rather than the larger one.
Sarah, I read that if you had one that was a little too big, that you could trim it. Have you seen that?
I
Have you done
haven't.
that before?
I haven't. So now we'll pull off the piece that goes on the card.
I think that's perfect.
I love it.
We love our wobbles, that's for sure. That's probably why we've got our suppliers are out of them right now.
Because Sarah has a wobble thing going on. Okay, let's see here where I put. There they are. Some pop dots here.
While you're putting those on,
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Katie and Penny from Memory Bound Katie and Memory Bound Penny, because today's both of their birthdays.
Yes, happy birthday, ladies.
And they are not working. So occasionally I accidentally schedule someone on their birthday, but did not happen this time.
All right, so I just added some foam squares to the back of that tag. And we will adhere this to the card. And you don't have to pop up your tag. You can leave it flat if you so choose. These are just ideas for giving the cards a little something extra.
They love the wobble. That's a great idea, Sarah. It just shows you how you can take the card kits and you can just do them as they are, and they're very nice, and you can always add little tricks here and there if you want to. And Karen says she just trimmed some wobbles for some shamrocks.
Okay. So now we're just going to go through and add some little chipboard star accents on our tag.
Sarah, I'm going to go get our shamrocks, and she mentioned that our coaster kit for St. Patrick's Day.
It's next Tuesday.
It is a wobbler also.
And if you wanted to, you could also do a little ribbon on the tag if you wanted to, since it's got a nice hole already punched out in it. You can do lots of different things. All right. So there is legend status. And now for the insert. It says, "You're not getting older, you're just becoming a timeless classic. Happy birthday." Oh, I'm curious what kind of Easter bunnies you're doing, Diane, that you need some wobbles. Diane says she needs an extra order of wobbles for her Easter bunnies.
Oh, that would be a good one too.
All right, so there's
that
legend
looks so
status.
cool. Very collegiate.
I love it.
See, she can't quit. Well, speaking of wobbles, Sarah, why don't you show us this is $8.99 for this kit.
So we did this a couple weeks ago. It is the Shake Your Shamrock kit, the coaster kit. And you get everything you need in the kit. You get your coaster, the wobble, the shamrock, because you build up your shamrock from, there's 3 of them stacked together, so there's a nice thickness to it. You get the background paper, the frame and the sentiment, and the twine to add to the bottom. The only thing is if you decide you want to do some spritz and you need not antique linen, what's the other one?
It's fossilized amber.
Yes, fossilized amber, if you would like that for the spritz. And then you can also, if you have like the Brilliance Gold Teardrop Pad, you can run that around the edge as well if you'd like to.
Very fun. And designed by Sarah.
Yes.
So she is our wobbler.
I am.
Just remember, did you ever watch the show Glee?
I did not.
They had the wobblers.
Okay.
A singing group on there.
So yeah, so everything in the kit for $8.99. And we have a few of those left. All right. Our next card is going to be, Hey Dad, You're a Classic. This one right here. All right. So I've got my card base. And I'm folding them just to start so I have a better idea where that crease is as I'm putting everything down, but I like to assemble everything flat. All right, let me find the packet for that particular one. All right, before we get started assembling this, I'm going to show you what I did to kind of dress up this one. So the record is just one of the paper punch outs, but I added glossy accents all the way around it, as you can see. So knowing that that was going to put an immense amount of moisture on that thin paper, I went ahead and just die cut a regular circle out of scrap cardstock just to give some support to that record as I put on that glossy accents.
That is so fun. I love it, Sarah. That's so cool.
So again, that's just a nice layer of glossy accents and a lot of carefulness.
Yeah.
Because it was, you don't want to get too into that circle in the middle and, just making sure you don't.
Do it all at once.
I did.
You did.
Mm-hmm. So we've got our record for this one. And this one is a vertical card. So we'll go ahead and take off our score tape backing.
Shelly she's made a comment here about
packing
tape.
You certainly could.
Which is kind of a newer thing that we've been doing here at Memory Bound. And
I would almost still recommend putting sort of support on the back, just so when you go to cut it, it's got more structure. But you could definitely use the packing tape. All right, so we're going to put the background, which is this music note / schematic background. All right.
Janet said that you lost my microphone, so I turned it back on.
Oh.
Sometimes I go and talk to people here at the Memory Bound, and I was talking to Teresa, so you don't want to hear those. You don't want to hear what's going on other than Sarah. So LOL, we're back.
All right, so I'm getting out the rest of my pieces here that will go on the record. So it's going to say, Hey Dad, You're a Classic. So we're just going to build it, and then I'm going to put some foam squares behind it as well. Really pull out that record so people notice it.
Well, I think it's a great idea. Janet said clever ideas.
Thanks, Janet.
And Diane says she likes to cut the back to create a border. So I think what she means is the first piece that Sarah put on, you could trim it down if you want. If you don't want to go wall to wall, you could trim down like 1/4 of an inch off the side and the top, or however much you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then use your T-square
You can
ruler.
ink it. I know in the past on card kits, we've just spritzed it. This one, I tried to stay away from anything sparkly since it was
Good
more
idea.
of a masculine kit. So, the glossy accents is about as shiny as we're going to get.
And that glossy accents, it's so nice for a lot of, it just turns things into like epoxies
Yeah.
or enamel. It enamelizes. I don't know if that's a real word, but I like it.
We'll go with
It
it.
enamelizes things. And if you happen to have morning dew from Nouveau drops,
Yep.
that will do the same thing.
So as I mentioned, we're just going to build our record here. Gotta make sure we have enough glue to stick on that glossy accents. All right, and then there's a little arrow that needs to go underneath of that.
Well, if you guys are joining us late, we had a lot to show earlier in our videos. Sarah is assembling the Rustic Legends card kit from Simple Stories, but we have the Simple Stories bags. The zipper bags are back in stock. All the new snap binders are here, and those are a brand new release. We showed you the Sizzix 49 and market release, which has some amazing stamps and dies. And I've been seeing a lot of those samples online, Sarah, and they're really good.
Good.
Lots of fun projects with them. I think they really have some good things. And it looks like we have people that love those also and have been purchasing them.
So Cheryl, I, before coming to Memory
Your
Bound,
previous life.
my previous life, I was in marketing, public relations, communications. So I worked for a local university, then I worked for like 16 years at a local hospital organization, and then I was in insurance right before I came here. So I have done media interviews and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and I was also a speech and drama kid back in high school. So,
well, I did not know that.
Yes.
Did not know that, Sarah.
Yes. That's why when speech was here a couple of weeks ago, I was kind of like, oh, speech is here because they had Allstate up at Iowa State.
Oh.
And next year will be the 30th anniversary of when my high school won, my particular group won like the state Allstate award for
my gosh.
a performance. So I know it's like 30 years. Oh my gosh. So yes, I am a speech and drama kid in early years, and then marketing, public relations, communications. So
and it shows. I think you guys will all agree that it does show.
All right, so we've assembled our glossy accented record, and I put pop dots or foam squares rather on the back. And then we'll just go ahead and put that right in the center so that it has a nice dimension to it.
That shiny record is pretty cool.
And then we've got a few star accents to add.
Diane has a reminder to everybody to don't forget to like and save our videos on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. And also on Facebook, if you go to the video, you don't want to stop now and go to it, but at the end of the video, if you be sure and like it, and if you want to share it to your friends, we love it when you do that.
Or if you're going to any crops anytime soon.
Yeah, tell them about Memory Bound.
We've had
several
local
or not. Yeah,
people coming in recently from out of state. They're like, hey, we heard we had to come visit you on our way through Iowa. So that's really awesome. All right, so hey Dad, you're a classic. And let's get our insert. It says, today we celebrate the rock star that you are. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, this is getting us ready for Father's Day
too. It is.
That's
what I mean. This kit, it really covers all the bases.
You could use this for a thank you card for your dad, or thinking of you, and
or even as a birthday card.
Happy birthday, absolutely.
That's what I love about this kit. It's very versatile. And if it's somebody that's a female, you can just take off the "Hey Dad" part and just do "You're a Classic."
Mhm. Absolutely.
All right, so there's
Shelly
that one.
says she always puts a plug in for Memory Bound. And Shelly,
Well, thanks, Shelly.
thank you. We really appreciate that more than you know.
I always love it on the days when I'm working and somebody comes in from out of state and like, oh, this is our first visit here. And
Yeah, it's
we're so
fun.
excited to, get to be here.
We had quite a
and
few over the
so
weekend.
It's awesome.
We had a group, I think it was Friday, but it might have been Saturday from Wisconsin.
It was Friday.
Was it Friday?
Yep. And we had several others were in town cropping this weekend. So they stopped by in between their cropping activities. So the next one we're working on is Stay Strong, Stay True. We're going to do a couple fun things on this card.
Oh, I can't wait.
So to start with, there's a tag on here, and I'm like, well, I don't want to just put a tag on there, and I don't want to do like a junk bow because, again, these are masculine cards. So I took a piece of just our regular white, off-white twill ribbon and spritzed it with ground espresso spray stain. We don't have that color right now, but we do have vintage photo and scorched timber.
Okay, so you took what color of ribbon?
I took just plain white
So
twill.
it's white twill. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you can kind of see the twill pattern to it there. And it took the ink really well. It took like 3 good spritzes and it soaked all the way through. And then I had gloves on, so I just kind of rubbed it in. Otherwise, my hands would have been very
Sarah,
brown.
you've worn gloves on the video. I can't remember what you were doing.
It was the shamrock.
Was it the shamrock when you were doing all the spritz
It was.
and stuff?
It was. So anyway, I just wanted to do something different to kind of thread through that. So we'll get to that in a second. But I just wanted to give you a heads up.
This would be a good encouragement card, she thought.
Yes, it would be. And I think, where did the insert go? Because the insert says, when the path gets steep, keep climbing. You got all the power you need. So yes, it is a great encouragement card.
Maybe even like a graduation or for a senior.
Yeah. All right, so the background, we're going to start with this ledger piece. And this is a vertical card. So we'll start by putting that down.
So you don't have to.
And then we're going to add the ephemera, that's really more just kind of a paper panel cutout or punch out of the 2 deer, which you don't really see much of in the end.
Sarah, you do your card front's a little different. I don't think a lot of people use score tape. So do you want to just talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I usually use score tape or tape runner when I'm making cards because I want to make sure, it depends too on how much stuff I'm putting on there. I want to make sure it's gonna stay, but also I'm kind of hesitant to use too much liquid glue, especially on these layering projects in the thinner paper. I'm afraid it might get a little ruffled. So I don't want to put too much moisture in the paper. So there is our deer panel.
That looks like an old postcard. The artwork on that reminds me of.
Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to add our plaid strip. Like I said, the poor deer get covered up. I'm like, it's a great picture, and then the poor deer getting covered up. Yeah, it's like, you see one of their antlers in the end. It's like, well.
It's like, why did they do it? But
so there again, if you really want to see the deer, then just eliminate some of the layers. And then there was one other fun thing I'll point out here as we get to it that I'm like, well, this wasn't even in the instructions. And so I did something that based on the image from the front folder here. All right, so there's our deer. In the background here, it shows a tree, but the directions don't say add the pine tree punch out. So I'm going to go ahead and just add the pine tree punch out on my own. And we'll just put them over to the side of the deer here. And you might notice too, I don't use a ton of liquid glue when I am using the liquid glue. All right. So there's our added in pine tree that wasn't in the instructions.
It was the deer. Sarah, we
know.
Doug got up this morning and we had 6 deer laying
wow.
down by our deck. And he said one was curled up like a dog, and a couple of them were sitting there with their heads up in the air. So they must have spent the night in our backyard last night.
That's cool. We've got some that live down from our house too, in another person's yard. Okay.
We got a question
what are the-
about our
okay.
25th anniversary drawing, and it is going to be March 27th. So we're celebrating 25 years all year long, which our anniversary is October 1st. And every month we are drawing for a $25 gift card. And anyone that makes the purchase that day, you are eligible to win the gift card. So thanks for asking, Shelley.
And Donna, it looks like that would be a video showing us how to do that to ribbons and other things.
Yeah.
So it looks like she's wanting us to do something with spritzes and stains and other things we can do with them. Looks like lots of you want to change this card because
a lot of people don't want to cover up
our
the deer.
Yes, the poor deer.
It is a cool image. Like I said, to me, it looks like an old-fashioned postcard from like Colorado or something.
Or if you want to use the deer on a different project, you could put a different piece of paper down that you might have from the collection. Or if you have the 6x8 pad or something like that, you don't have to necessarily put the deer on here.
True. Save them for something else.
All right. So I've got my ribbon that was spray stained with ground espresso. And I'm going to go ahead and use a tiny attacher to just get that attachment there. I didn't want to put a knot in it to add bulk because I'm already going to be bulking it up with some pop dots.
It's a good idea.
So, and even our cute little tag has got a moose on it that gets all covered up with stuff too. So
yeah,
again,
Linda thinks it's funny that you have deer paper and a moose tag. It's all kind of nature-y. Reminds me of the mountains.
Yeah. All right. So the other thing we're going to do is there is a compass in here. And while there isn't a needle or anything that will move, I am going to go ahead and punch out the middle. And I'm going to use the Doodlebug Mini Brads, the metallic assortment, and put one of the brass brads in there so that it looks.
Oh, that's going to be neat. You'll have to show that up close.
Like it's,
Diane's suggestion is do a 5x7 card, and then you'd have more room.
That is
Maybe
true.
You could make the deer show. Yeah, and you could reconfigure the whole thing if you want.
So there is our compass with our brass brad in the middle there. There we go.
Yeah, that's cool, Sarah. Good idea.
Thanks. And again, that was the Doodlebug Mini Brads. You get 100 of them for $5.99, and they come in 6 different colors within that pack. You can kind of see what all the colors are. So great metallic assortment. And we'll be using this on another card yet. Okay, so we're going to build our tag here. We have the Stay Strong, Stay True, our boots. And then before, hopefully I can find the other, there it is. Nope, there it is. Before we get too far, we're supposed to put photo corners down here on our framed image.
Okay.
So they have these 4 little wooden pieces for you to punch out in the kit. Sometimes I'm like, I wish they put toilet paper tape on the back of these before they put them in things. Because it'd be so much easier to punch them out if they had the toilet paper adhesive already on them. All right, so we're just going to put these little photo corners in each of the 4 corners. Questions we had? Could the embellishments be put in the middle instead of on the deer? They could be. I mean, you can certainly, like someone mentioned, just do a larger card and you could move things around very easily.
I love it how we make a comment about the deer, you know, hiding all
Uh-huh.
the deer, and then we get so many ideas. I just love this community. I think it's amazing and love all your ideas. Keep them coming. It's always good to have ideas from everybody, not just Sarah and Kelly and Janet.
And you could, if you wanted to, just looking at this, get rid of this strip, get rid of the tree, get rid of the tag, and just use the photo corner mounted photo with a ledger background
Mm-hmm.
and put some, sentiments up, here if you wanted to, so they're out of the way of the deer. And then use that moose on the tag for something else.
Yeah, save it for another project if you want.
All right, so now we're going to build our tag. I'm not going to put glue all the way over because the tag will be hanging off, it'll be hanging off the tag a little bit. And there goes the moose. Okay, so we got the stay strong, and now we'll add the stay true. I really did like the graphics that they created for this card kit, though. They have a lot of nice rustic detail to them.
Yeah, it's really good. And you know, Sarah, since we're making cards today, I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag and let everybody know that Memory Bound is going to be hosting a card swap, and we'll probably launch it possibly next week or maybe later this week. We're just getting all the details together, but we're going to be doing a card swap where you can design a card and make 3 of the identical cards, drop them off or send them to Memory Bound. We're going to mix them all up, and we're going to give you 3 unique and new and different cards that's one of our other Memory Bound friends made. So stay tuned for that.
And are staff doing that too?
Yeah, if they want to.
I
We love
thought
it.
staff was optional if they wanted to participate.
Absolutely.
So
I'm going to
I know
do it.
I want to. All right, so here is our tag. Stay strong, stay true. We've got the boots and the compass when we add that cute little metal brad. And now we're just going to use some pop dots to pop that up on the card. Maybe we can see some of the deer that way then. These poor deer have become our poster child for this card.
Oh, Shelly is giving a shout out to our shipping department. She says kudos. She ordered Monday and it's going to be delivered today. This is Wednesday, you guys. Doug's doing shipping for us today, and he just hollered from back behind the wall, "Go shipping!" Thank you for letting us know that, Shelly. We do our very best to get orders out the same day.
I love the comment from Janet, how she took a card kit and split up all the stuff and used them for different cards a while ago.
Well, I know of 2 younger gals, Janine's granddaughter, and I just talked to somebody on the phone, and her granddaughter. They got the card kits, but they didn't want to see any of the pictures. They just did their own thing.
Oh, wow.
So they got all the pieces and did their own thing.
It looks like lots of excitement for the card swap.
Yep,
that's good.
It's going to be fun.
All right, I think I've made it so that if we angle the tag enough, we can still see some of the deer.
Sarah, there's one question about the card swap, and that is, should we have a theme? Like, should they all be birthday cards or all be a theme, or is it better just to have them all be random?
I don't know. What does everybody think?
We'll have to get some feedback.
I kind of like random myself because I would probably run to them if I needed like a quick card, and if I had like a birthday, a sympathy, or something else, I would be like, oh, that's great. I can run to that stash if I need to. But that's just me. All right, so here is Stay Strong, Stay True with our deer exposed. We can see the deer. Yay!
Yes, you can see one of them. So It's still, I think that worked out just fine.
But again, you can just go ahead and take all the stuff off and do other stuff with it too. All right, and again, our insert says, when the path gets steep, keep climbing. You've got all the power you need.
Gosh, Janet, remember you guys, those are all designed by Janet. It looks like a lot of people watching. Now, if you would, I guess, answer our question if you think you would participate.
Random.
If you're not going to participate, it doesn't matter. But if you think you would participate, we would love to know.
Lots of randoms.
It's a very random morning.
That's okay. All right, so there's this card. That leaves us one more card today.
What's our last one, Sarah?
Built Tough. This one was the one that made me start getting lots of ideas before I was even asked to do the card kit. So I've been looking forward to this one.
Oh, so you saved it for last?
It just kind of worked out that way because I was just kind of working down the backside. So this is kind of how I went through everything just to kind of show everybody. So this was, I marked off the ones that I already done. I made a note of stuff that I had done or, needed to do as I walked through it with you guys today. So this is how I approach the card kits, especially ones that I'm doing for you guys, just to kind of show you my thought process.
Awesome.
So this is a vertical card.
These cards, we're going to show them all at the end. We're going to show them all together, and you will be amazed.
I hope so.
They will be. I know everybody will be amazed.
I think so. Okay. So before we get started on this one, I kind of started something at home just to see if it was going to work.
Oh.
We're going to distress the edges of this solid blue panel that is the background of our card, just to kind of give it that, that built tough, kind of worn look.
Love it, Sarah. And you're just sanding it with
just sanding it with the Tim Holtz Mini Ink Blending Tool, or the Ranger Mini Ink Blending Tool, and then the Distress Sanding Discs. The sanding discs are $2.99 for 10, and the blending tool is $6.99, and it also comes with the foam sponges, which are handy for if you want to do any of that distressing ink or ink distressing that I mentioned earlier. So we're just going to go through, and I tried it with the distress tool, and I didn't like I think the paper was just too thin to get the look I wanted. So I'm just using the sanding tool instead. So you can kind of see.
Sarah, maybe set it on this paper. You might be able to see the how you sanded the edges. Since we've got the white table, maybe you can
kind of see the.
Oh, that's neat.
I just think of worn out blue jeans when I see this. And I didn't want to sand the blue jean pocket because I didn't want to lose the printing on it.
I never just sanded my edges, but I really like that. It's a neat idea.
It's, maybe when I've done like a Maggie project or something on a coaster, but not for a card, I don't think.
I've used the distressor, the paper distressor more than that. So
I will say I've started using this tool a lot more than my little file at home because this is so handy dandy. And it's like the perfect grit of sandpaper on it.
Joellen says she got this kit during our retreat weekend.
Oh, good.
And she's loving your suggestions.
Well, thank you. So this just kind of looks like a distressed blue jean square now.
It does.
So that's
Sarah, I'm going to be doing that now. I've not really done much of that, but I am going to be sanding my papers now, especially your dark papers. I mean, they show it more.
You could apply this to any of like if you have like a rustic floral card or anything like that. It just kind of came to me as I was going through okay, what can I do that's fun and different? It's kind of, craft your art out. You're just kind of playing and trying things out. All right, so here is our distressed blue background paper. And then on top of that, we are going to add the light gray grid panel. There's my adhesive. And if you wanted to, you could carry the distressed edge theme throughout the borders here. That's completely up to you and how much distress you want to add to it.
Well, it's kind of like you can take a card kit like this and you can make it your own by doing some of the techniques Sarah has shown us today.
All right, so here is our grid paper. I just love how that looks. Like I said, just tried the one edge to see how it was going to go ever so lightly. So I really like how it looks like worn out blue jeans now. All right, so then we're going to add on top of that this schematic. And I will point out too, I know I try to do this, if there's words or a pattern that has a certain direction, try to make sure that you
Yes.
have it flowing in that direction. So like this one's got like, this says like hatchet relay and a ratchet relay and
Oh, all
limit
this
relay.
stuff we totally understand,
Yes,
right?
totally. But either way, make sure that the words are upright instead of upside down. Some of the schematic paper, it doesn't matter in this because all you really see are the lines, but this one has words on it. All right, we're going to put this right in the middle.
They don't typically do a lot of layers like this.
No, that's the
This
other
is
thing I
kind of
noticed.
unusual.
This one felt like it had a lot of layers for just like the background. Okay, so we've done that. And then we're going to do our blue jean pocket. So this is kind of super special for me. So
Okay.
again, when I saw this, I was like, all I could think of is Levi's and they have the rivets in the corners. So we're going to punch some holes in the corners and put in our little brass brads.
Oh, Sarah, I love that.
But it gets better.
Okay.
So this one is, the inside says eyes on the horizon, hands on the wheel, you're ready for anything. So this would also be great for new drivers, 16th birthday, graduation, any of that stuff.
New job, just
So
all
we're going to
kinds of
make
stuff.
this a gift card pocket. Kelly, could you grab me a gift
I
card?
absolutely will get a gift card. I know where to get a really good one.
I do too. Okay, so what I did on the back side was take 1/8 inch score tape around the edge. And I did measure home to make sure a gift card would fit in here. So we can make this a gift card pocket. So let's start with doing our little rivets in the corner. I'm going to use the smallest hole size on the crocodile. Thank you.
Sarah, I love how you're just getting creative with this
Thank
card
you.
kit.
Like I said, as soon as I saw it, I just knew that there was a lot of fun things that could be done with this one.
Well, adding the brad to the compass was really neat, and I don't think I would have even thought about this on the blue jean pocket. So that is awesome. And Janet has linked our calendar. On our online calendar, we try to put all of the product each day, what we're doing each day, and the products. So you can go out and easily find things that Sarah used. And it's right on the front page of our website, memorybound.com. You'll see event calendar, and you can click on that. And it looks like we're filled in pretty well for what's coming up. Like tomorrow, Teresa's going to be here doing the Vicky Booten Irresistibles. And
Fun.
Oh, it looks like she does not have her product out here, so she needs to.
I thought you ran off to Starbucks.
No. Val, no Starbucks today. I'm going out to lunch, so I can't do both in the same day.
So on this one, sorry, I was off camera doing that. Because you would have those prongs in the way, I flattened them so that they kind of go a different direction so that your gift card isn't mangled, a finger isn't mangled or anything like that when you put that gift card in there. So there are our pocket rivets. And if you have the metal head stickers that I used or nail head stickers, I think is what they're called, in the St. Patrick's Day kit, you could use those as well if you don't want to mess with cutting holes and putting brads in. And again, I used the Doodlebug mini brads. I used the brass ones in here. So now we're going to peel off our score tape. Again, I used the 1/8 inch score tape. And we are going to put the card. So we've got the gift card. So you want to make sure that your gift card has enough room that it's not hanging outside of the envelope.
Oh my gosh, that's cute.
And we're just going to put that right there. And so again, don't put that score tape on the top so you can slide in your gift card. Or
Very fun. I love it.
You're super creative and you want to make it, like distress the outline of like a wallet, like a lot of guys have their wallet outline.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So you could do that, or cell phone. I know a lot of people put their cell phones in their back pockets now.
Yeah.
So there is a cute little gift card that you can, or gift card pocket you can make out of that blue jean pocket. All right. So let's go ahead and get this finished up. We have a lot of little pieces on this card. All right, so Built Tough goes on the pocket. All right, and then we have these little colored chevron pieces. That's what I meant by there's a lot of little pieces on this card that all need to go underneath of that Built Tough. So we're going to start with the, let's see, is there 5? Yeah, there's 5. Okay. I'm going to start with the gray one. On the picture, it looks like it's blue. That's why I was like, am I going with the right color? But it's gray. We're going to start it right over here around the U. And then we're going to go with the yellow one.
Val's comment was if you were doing it for a friend, you could put a photo.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be neat too. A photo, you could put a tag.
If you were going to make it more feminine, you could, bedazzle the jean pocket if you wanted to. Kind of depends on what you're doing. And as you might notice today, I've got a little glue hanging out. So there is always the adhesive erasers if you need to use that to get up your excess adhesive. And finally, our last piece of our chevron design. Do you have any questions, Kelly?
No, everyone's just kind of in a daze watching you work, Sarah.
All right, then we have the Loved Strong banner. All right, and that's all we have on that card.
Jean did say you could put stitching on there. If Sarah shows it up close, you'll see it does have some stitching on it. You could always outline that.
And that was the stuff that when I was thinking like, oh, I could distress the jean pocket so that it looks like, true worn in pair of jeans. Then I was like, no, because then I'll lose the printing of the stitching or possibly this little label. This really tiny label up here says Built to Last. So that is the outside of our Built Tough card.
Jeans kind of remind me when I was a kid and, girls didn't wear jeans back then. At least we didn't. But my brother had jeans and I remember, wasn't it Sears that had Tough Skins or something?
Could be.
Some of you might remember that are of a certain age. But I remember they had Tough Skins and my mom always tried to buy jeans for my brother that had the double knees and now people want their knees ripped out, so
they pay a lot extra for that.
Didn't want, and then she would patch his knees when she needed to and everything, so it was just kind of different.
All right, so there's Built Tough, eyes on the horizon and hands on the wheel. You're ready for anything. You're right, Diane, it is finally a use for some brads. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah. Shelly said she got her Happy Meal from Memory Bound and she can't start playing with the new Vicki Boutin stuff.
Now the new Vicki Boutin Artful Moments collection, we are getting a few reorders, but a lot of the stuff is gone. So we're getting back in stock what we can.
All right, everybody, from the top, let's take a look at all of the cards here. Again, if you are just joining us, we have done the Simple Stories Rustic Legend card kit today. And we also have the inserts from Janet. The card kit is $14.99 and the inserts are $4.99. So we've got Rockin' Life. Again, on this one, I just popped up the boombox with the foam dots and did a little inking around the edges of the ticket. We have A Classic Never Gets Old. And on this one, I added the black skinny ribbon to make it look like it's the cassette tape coming out, because we all know how that works when it pops out. And another idea I gave was if you wanted to, for your recipient, you could personalize the insert for the cassette tape too. And then we've got You've Got Grit. On this one, we added the little metal ring from the key tags that we sell.
Very cute.
And then we have Built Tough. That was the last one we did. So I sanded the edges with the mini ink blending tool and the additional distress sanding discs.
And those are like $2.99, and you get 10.
Yeah.
So they're
and they
a really
last
good deal.
a while.
Diane
Yeah.
loves them, and I started using them.
And that's how I started using them too, because I was looking for a sanding tool for a demo one day. And she's like, oh, here, try this. And it worked great. So I did the sanding around the edges to kind of make it look like, faded jeans. And then we made the pocket on here a gift card holder. So I punched in little holes so you could put in brads. Again, you could use the nail head stickers if you want. You could even go so far and use like Nuvo drops if you've got like the copper colored Nuvo drops if you don't want to mess with any other things. And then I used 1/8 of an inch score tape around. Oh, did we lose the video?
No, we're good.
Okay. And then the top part is wide enough that you can slip a gift card in. And it's great for this particular card because it almost sounds like it could be for a new driver or someone who's starting a new adventure, that
It
type
got
of
a little
thing.
blurry, so
Yeah.
bring it up. Oh, wait. There, we're back.
Okay.
It just blurred out just a little bit, but we're good.
Thank you, Diane. I think you would like this card kit.
Shelly said she just got her order like 2 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and now she needs to
another
place
order.
another order.
All right. Then we have Hey Dad, You're a Classic. So on this one, I shared that I had done some pre-work off screen and covered the record with glossy accents. But before I did that, I just cut a circle, about the same size. It's a little bit smaller than this record piece, out of just scrap cardstock, just so I had some help to absorb the moisture from all that glossy accents. And so I did that to make it look like a vinyl album. And then after we got it all assembled, we just did a pop-up with the foam squares.
When you see that one in person, it's hard to show it. When Sarah tips it, you can see the glossiness of the record album, but in person, it's really, really cool too.
So there's that one. Then we've got our lovely deer, Stay Strong, Stay True. And
there's our deer.
See, there's theirs. Here's mine. So I was able to get the deer in. So yes, go me.
Good job, Sarah.
So on this one, I wanted to add something to the tag so it wasn't just kind of a tag hanging there, but I didn't want to do a junk bow. So I had taken some twill ribbon and sprayed it with the Distress Spray Stain Ground Espresso. And then after I threaded it through, I used a tiny attacher just to kind of adhere it there, keep it closed. And then on the compass, I punched a hole and used one of our small brads, the brass color brad, to make it kind of look like a compass, even though the needle doesn't move.
But I see it, and again, when you're seeing them in person, it's different too.
Yeah.
And it looks like a compass, even though the needle doesn't move it.
Yep. I mean,
with that brad there,
yep.
It just looks more real, I guess.
And then a fun one, we've got the Legend Status. On this one, we built the tag and then popped it up with pop dots and added a foam or a wobble to our foam finger. Yes, I will be doing that a lot today. And then finally, we have Plaid to Know You. And really, we just popped up the plaid shirt with some foam squares on this one. And did a little inking around the tag just to kind of have it stand out a little bit. So those are just my ideas and things you can do with this card kit. Again, this is the Simple Stories Rustic Legend card kit. It's a great kit if you need to make masculine cards. And you can make them for women as well. They don't have to just be for men.
That's true. You can make it for anybody you want, right, Sarah?
That's right.
All right. I guess, Sarah, I maybe did lose a camera.
Uh-oh. That's okay.
We're not going to be able to show Sarah again, but Janet is making a reply to Donna about the adhesive erasers, and we do have those on order. The one that we normally carry has been back ordered, but we just found a new one, and we'll be bringing that one in also.
And thank you, everyone, for the wonderful comments. I always appreciate that.
I know. Thanks for watching. Sarah, thank you for a great job today. I'm turning and looking at Sarah.
That's okay.
You can't see her. You can't see her, but one of our cameras went away, and I think we're bringing it back there. It's this, Doug. It's not that. So it's okay because we're done.
That's okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this today. I hope you have some great ideas if you have the card kit to work with. And if you don't have the card kit, we have some in stock. So just give us a call or place a web order.
Sarah,
or stop in.
Thank you so much. It's been an awesome demo.
It was fun.
You did a great job showing all of that new product. And thank you, Janet, for being here with us. And we're going to be back tomorrow. And I just set the calendar down somewhere.
Teresa's here tomorrow.
Teresa, she's doing the Irresistibles, the Vicky Booten Irresistibles. And you're going to love those because they're brand new. And when you see the package, you can't tell what the heck they are because they're all white. But then you ink them up and they're amazing. So, so anyway, that's what we got tomorrow. Everybody have a crafty day and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.